Yujana, that is, we have a chariot, a very large chariot, drawn by Gopher, by bulls. That reference comes from the fifth mandala of Rig Veda, that is from the earliest layer, chronologically earliest layer of Rig Veda. Then we have a depiction of a gift consisting of at once 20 chariots. So I'm sorry, not so, but to be more correct, 20 consisting of 20 bulls yoked into the chariots in pairs. So we have Dvayam, Radhino, Vimshatim, Ga. That means that we have here 20 bulls yoked into chariots, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. This reference comes from the sixth mandala of Rig Veda, that is the earliest layer of Rig Veda. Then we have a series of bulls as yoked into the chariot of Indra. From the first late mandala, again from the first late mandala, from the fifth very early mandala, from the ninth also very early mandala. What we know from Rig Veda is that the bull many times is compared to Atya. Atya means like a jumper. It is from these references mostly come from the ninth mandala, where Vrisha, Soma, Vrishan, is compared to Atya, that is jumping bull. And at the same places we have Hari, hue of his skin. Hari, he is described as Vrisha, Vrishan, Vrishabhah. He is described as Harih, that is flaming or yellowish or brownish or some kind of alike skin color. And we have more descriptions of this in this mandala. And about Indra, it is many times told that he drives, his chariot is Vrisha, Vrishana, Hari, that is his brownish or yellowish chariot animals are Vrishana, that is bulls. It is from the second very ancient mandala. And again we have the third mandala, also very ancient, Vrishana, Hari, that is bulls of a brownish or yellowish hue or color. Sudhura, that is very well driving very well trained to draw the chariot. Suanga, with very strong limbs of the body. Brihanto, that is a great, large. Brihanto Harayo. Then we have again the references to bull chariot in the fifth mandala, again the earliest layer of Rig Veda. We have here Vrisharadhah, that is bull chariot, and Haribhyam Vrishabhyam, that is the chariot bulls of a golden hue or of a yellowish hue or of a light brownish hue or of a flaming hue skin color. Again we have Atyah. We already know that these jumpers are also bulls in Rig Veda, and they are in the sixth mandala described as drawing the Vrisharadhaso Haraya, Vrishano, again bulls drawing the chariot of Indra. Then we have the eighth mandala. Here we have Yuyuja Vrishana Hari, that is he yoked two bulls of a golden hue or of a yellowish hue or of a light brown hue skin color. And he is Radheshthaya, he is standing onto his chariot, Indra. Then again from the same eighth mandala, the same description of bulls as drawing his chariot, and then from the latest 10th mandala, again 10th mandala. I should remind you that many times in Rig Veda the term Hari is used to describe a calf, Vatsa, Vatsam Hari, or a bull, Harita Vrisha, Vrisha Harich. Many times you see Vrisha Harich again. Mostly it is talked about Soma in the 9th mandala, but not always. We have references from the 1st mandala, from the 3rd mandala, from the 7th mandala also. That is quite clear. You see how many references are there. And we also should remember that each time when we have this description of Hari, we should watch very carefully what animal is described in this hymn or in this verse. In this hymn mostly, we should look for its for the details of its description, whether it has some hooves or mane or doesn't have, whether it has a horse tail or not, whether it has horns or not. It is very important to identify the animal correctly, whether it is an Ashva, whether it is a horse, or whether it is a bull, or at least or even Simcha, that is lion, as we have already seen. We know that according to Rig Veda, bulls were used to draw cards in the 5th mandala, in the 10th mandala, in the 10th mandala again. But at one place we have a courageous bull drawn, yoked for the battle. Dhrishnum yat vrane vrishanam yujanan. From the 6th mandala, that is the family core of Rig Veda, very early. So it is definitely a battle chariot, and this battle chariot is drawn by a bull which has courage, great courage. We also know that bulls draw the chariot or a cart, but they draw the apam napat, that is one of the most important aspects of Agni in Rig Veda. We even know that not only bulls or humpbacked bulls, but also cows could be used for drawing chariots in Rig Veda. One time, the mother of Maruts is described as Yukta Vahni Radhanam, Gaur, a cow yoked to draw Vahni Radhanam, of the chariots. So this is the chariot cow, such depiction. Now, if we look, what can we make of this? We can make that most probably bulls were one or humpback bulls in Rig Veda and in South Asia were one of the first animals to be yoked into the firstly primarily invented chariots. And when we look at the other Indo-European tradition, we have Hittite, ancient Hittite tradition of depicting bulls as drawing God's chariots. I will probably move to the illustration, to the illustrative part of the book, to show you how much the evidence. Let me find the beginning of it. This is the sealing of Mursilis III, Hittite Tsar or king of the Hittite kingdom, and here we see the chariot drawn by a pair of bulls, a chariot of a thunder god, one of the most important gods of Hittite mythology. The same sealing, but not colored picture. And then we have a drawing of relief from Imam Kalu, Shimsikaya Rock, Kayseri province of Turkey, Anatolia. Again, this bull drawing a chariot of a god. of the same god. Then we have a very beautiful Hittite relief from Aleppo citadel in Syria. It is the temple of the thunder god of late Hittites, and here we see, it will be here, the bull chariot of a thunder god. And here we see a closer view, and we have more, still closer, and more close, again closer. So we can enlarge. It is evidently a bull drawing a chariot of this god. So it was an attribute of this god. The bull chariot was an attribute of this very eminent god. We have the orthostat or rock relief from Arslan Tepe, not far from the modern city of Malatya. Again, we see here a bull drawing a chariot of this god. And again, this is a statue from Çiniköy, Turkey, of the same god, and it is damaged, but still we see bulls. We see the chariot. We see the god standing on it, and we have several pictures which help us to identify it as a bull chariot. We see spokes. We see chariot body. From the other side again, it is definitely a bull chariot of this god. And after this Hittite and Neo-Hittite or late Hittite, that is from the 1400 to say 800 BC, we have next tradition in the European tradition describing bulls as being yoked into the chariot. That is Greek tradition. This is a beautiful vessel, a clay vessel from Carfi, eastern Crete island, dated to 1200 to 1000 BCE, and we have here very clear depiction of a bull chariot. It has 3 wheels, but it has 2 bulls, and a bull depicted also. And we have here a stand of a chariot, so it is definitely a chariot, but 3-wheel chariot, which are also described in Rig Veda as chariots of Ashvas, for example. And this is the same, but the other view, very clear. And again. Then we come to much later ceramic of Athens. It dates to 380 to 370 BCE, and here we have several different animals drawing the chariot of a god. One of them is evidently a bull, a griffin, and some other. Then we have a bull chariot from Santa Maria Maggiore, Lazio, Rome. It's dated. It's a lamp, a bronze lamp. It's dated to the 1st, 2nd centuries AD. And here we see a bull chariot of a goddess very clearly. It is probably Roman already because of the chronology, because of the dating. Again, the same. Very clear picture of a bull chariot of a goddess, and again the same. And then we have the silver plate from Parabiaggio cemetery at Milan, dating to 100 to 500 AD. And here we have the bull chariot of a moon goddess. This is a moon symbol. On her head, a moon goddess. Then we have a marble relief from the Roman military camp Castra Apulum in Romania. That is to the north of Danubius, to the north of Bulgaria. It's dated between 107 to 400 AD, and here we have the detail of a moon goddess chariot drawn by two bulls with horns. They are very definite. One more bull chariot of a rod, ancient Roman sarcophagus, detail, marble sarcophagus, 1030 to 1050 AD. Then we have a lot of coins, Roman coins of late Roman emperors, Antonin Pius, Minor Asia, bull chariot, the dating, you can watch it yourself. Then we have a marble relief from Aphrodisias city, that is from Minor Asia, around 150 AD. Again, a bull chariot of a moon goddess. You see the moon symbol. And one more relief from Museo Archeologico Nazionale of Venice, that is Italy, National Archaeological Museum of Venice, dated to the same time, around 150 AD. And here we have the depiction of a bull chariot of a priestess. We know the legend of this priestess. It is described in literature, but what is important for us here is the bull chariot on which she stands. You see it, two chariots drawn, two bulls drawn a chariot. A detail of the same, very clear, very exact. We have no wheel, but only the traces of wheel. We have some traces of spokes, railing system, and so on. One more. And this is the relief from Roman military camp, Osterburken, Limes Museum, Aalen. It's the branch of the Archäologischen Landesmuseum Baden-Württemberg, Germany. That is between 160 to 260 AD, and again we have a bull chariot of a moon goddess. We see the symbol over her head and two bulls drawing her chariot. Then again we have a cameo dated to 193 to 270 AD. Again a moon goddess driving a chariot with two bulls, yoked with two bulls. Then we have many coins of Eula Domna, the date, silver coins with the drawing of the same goddess, drawn by two bulls, many coins. I will just gold coins of Caracalla, Rome, 217 AD, with the same picture, and more Caracalla gold coins, and silver coins of the same emperor, again, bronze, silver coins of the same emperor. So it was a state cult of these emperors and their wives and relatives. Very exact picture of two bulls. You see it very clear from Rome. Silver and bronze and silver again. Silver, two bulls. Bronze coin, bronze again. You see very clear this picture of moon goddess driving a chariot of drawn by two bulls. More and more. This is from Minor Asia. Augusta Julia Cornelia Paula, the date, bronze coin. And this is a very beautiful medal of Alexander Severus, dated to 222 to 235 from Thracia, that is Balkan Peninsula. It is bronze, and it also has the depiction of the chariot of this moon goddess. Here we have it, the horns. It was typical medal, and several emperors made such medals with this depiction. One more, not very good, but still the same kind. And one more again. There are two pictures depicted here in relief. One is of a sun god and the second of a moon goddess. So the sun god drives a chariot of horses and the moon goddess drives a chariot of bulls. This is the same emperor from the same place. And more and very exact and clear of Maximian I from Thracia, the same place. It is roughly northern Greece, Macedonian and Serbia and Bulgaria. You see bulls with horns and the goddess in a chariot. Larger view. And then the coin of Gordian III of the late Roman Emperor from Minor Asia, bull chariot. Again his coin of the same kind, and again and again and again. So they are numerous, and I was not able to find all of them. And again more of the same emperor. From the other place, but of the same emperor and the same pattern. Philip I Arabian, next emperor, 244 to 249 from Minor Asia. More of this emperor and more. Marcia Atacilia Severa from Minor Asia again. So this cult was widespread and it persisted for a long time. Coins of Valerianus I and Gallian from Minor Asia with the bull chariot. And here we have a sarcophagus dated to Roman sarcophagus, dated to 235 AD. A very clear picture of a moon goddess driving a chariot of two bulls, these quills. And one more sarcophagus from Rome, dated to 200 to 250 AD. And again here we have the chariot of a sun god drawn by four horses, and the chariot of a moon goddess drawn by two bulls. A clear closer picture. One more relief from Diocletianus' baths in Rome, dated to approximately 300 AD, painted relief. And here again we see sun goddess and moon sun god and moon goddess in her bull-drawn chariot with these quills. A clearer picture, very exact, no doubts. And then we have even a very interesting manuscript. It comes from the Church of